All right, friends, it's T-Man, and I'm doing a new video on Greg Doucette. Yep, he just posted this video. It's called Raven the Hunter, you know, the new movie that just came out. He's asking if he's Natty or not. He's an actor, bro. Who gives a shit? He's not even in the fitness world, for fuck's sakes. But okay, hey, we're gonna react to the gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slave himself and seller of gear, fucking, and weird gear, fake supplements, whatever, like Greg Doucette. So, Greg Doucette says, fuck, this thing went off. Greg Doucette says, Kraven the Hunter, Natty or not? All right, I don't know.
I want to do this Kraven movie, and I want to gain 40 pounds of muscle, and I want to do it naturally.
Listen, a lot of people want to do a lot of things.
Yeah, he wants to gain this muscle. It's not hard to do that. The Hollywood already knows what builds muscle. You think they fucking didn't know? I promote it on my channel. I talk about it all the time, okay? They're not stupid, okay? They know what fucking builds muscle, okay? And then you're gonna get this asshole like fucking Greg Doucette and, hey, he didn't build the muscle. How did he get the muscle? It must be fake. He must have faked it. He must have faked it because he has faking you. He's faking you out. Concentric exercise. Get stronger. It's gonna get you bigger. Yeah, fuck off.
Mike Israetel wants to get a pro card.
Mike Israetel is the dumbest motherfucker on the internet. I just told you before. The most educated people are the stupidest people that I fucking know on this fucking planet. Now fuck off.
Coach Greg, and in today's video,
this pisshead here, this guy's like the worst of fucking fitness industry, bro. He's the dumbest motherfucker, but the smartest scammer that I have ever met. The most luckiest, I don't know how to call it, the most luckiest fucking scammer I have ever seen. But he's dumb, but he's smart at the same time. It's really hard to tell. Maybe he's just really smart and he's hiding it. Who the fuck knows?
or bullshit. Bro claims to have gained 40 pounds of muscle in 6.
I don't know what kind of muscle. What type was it, Greg? Was it sarcoplasmic or myofibular? Which training gives you sarcoplasmic? Is it eccentric? What's eccentric get you? Myofibular? Because that's what science says, right? So I don't know what his training fucking was. Was it eccentric or was it concentric? Was he getting sarcoplasmic growth, like it comes on really rapidly, or was it eccentric that comes on relatively slow but still rapid too at the same time? Which one is it? But you could get eccentric. In eccentric, you can get more sarcoplasmic and myofibular growth at the same time, yeah? Because that's what science says, right? So what kind of training do you do, Greg? I know. You do fake training. You take steroids and you just pump your ass cheeks and then they get pumped up. Okay.
Months. And that.
I know. Nobody can build muscle, right, Greg? Because according to you, you have a kinesiology fucking garbage fake fucking degree from some Canadian shitty fucking school. And you're going to claim just because you have that piece of paper, it makes you knowledgeable somehow. Like you have some foresight that fucking nobody else fucking has out there in the fitness industry, right? You're a fucking genius, right? And everybody else is stupid. You're the genius. And everybody's a fucking fake. They're fake natties and they can't build muscle. Oh, because concentric doesn't build muscle, does it? Oh, wait, it does. It builds sarcoplasmic muscle. Oh, okay.
What? And so his name is Aaron Taylor Johnson. And the movie, I'm not saying it's a bad one. It's Kraven the Hunter. And so, bro...
No, Kraven the Hunter. Oh, I saw it. It was an awesome movie. It's a movie. It's fantasy. It's fake. Guy, it's fake. He didn't crawl up those walls jumping and doing all those things, okay? And those fighting scenes, they're fake. It's Hollywood. Look at Greg is really losing it now. Is delusional, doing Natty or Nots on actors, for fuck's sakes. Fantasy world.
Jacked.
Jack? Does he look, let me ask you guys, does he fucking look really jacked to you? He looks like he has low body fat. But does he look jacked to you? Like, does he look like he has a chest? Does he have shoulders? Look how thin he is from the side. He looks so thin, man. I practically can see through him.
Arm size, the definition along with the abs.
Let's see, what's the arm size here? Oh, 14.5 inches. What's his shoulder size? Really small. What's the circumference of his chest? Really tiny. What's his waist size? 32? Okay.
Clearly Clearly, bro knew what he was doing. But did he really gain
He knew what he was doing because he got low body fat, Greg? What the fuck are you talking about?
40 pounds of muscle natural in 6 months?
He gained 40 pounds of muscle. I don't know how skinny he was. I don't even know how skinny he was when he started out, but he gained 40 pounds of what? Sarcoplasmic or myofibrillar? Can you please tell us which one it is, Greg? I know. You don't want people to be informed. You want to tell them what you want them to hear, not what they need to hear. Oh, I'm sorry. You're telling them what they need to hear, not what they should hear. Oh, okay, yeah. Right, according to you, right? Because you're a genius.
Well, I can't believe
I know, because you have Turkestron waiting for them and GO2 Max, right? Okay.
the bullshit that they're spewing. And to this day,
The bullshit that they're spewing, because guess what? Nobody could build muscle out there. Get it? See, it's impossible to build muscle. It's impossible. That's why you have to take steroids and turkestrons. You reach your genetic limit, newbie gain limit, your hard gainer, yada gada buddha pada. Yada gada guda gada hita gada buddha.
anyone actually believe this is possible? I mean, I made a natty or not.
I don't know. Is it possible? I've seen a lot of calisthenic people. They look jacked to me. Is it possible? What's with their training? What makes their training so unique that they're so jacked calisthenic people? Why do they look that way? Why do they look so different? Why do bodybuilders look different than powerlifters? Powerlifters look different than calisthenic guys and, fucking strongmen. Why do they all look different? Their body shape, styles, what they're doing. Why do they look different? What are they all doing that's different, Greg? I wonder, huh? And then I'm not talking about just the drugs alone, right? And even if they do take the drugs, they do kind of look similarly different, don't they? But their strength levels are all the same when they take steroids. Why? Because steroids promotes what? Enhanced performance. It enhances your performance. Your strength goes up. Yes.
But on Hussein Farhat saying 40 pounds in 3 years.
But just because your strength goes up, that doesn't mean that muscle's being built because you got stronger at lifting something heavy.
I didn't believe it. Until he proved it was true, he's a 1 in a million. But 40 pounds in 6 months?
Why is he showing this kid lifting dumbbells? Those were shitty lifts, too.
Natural? Come on. Natural? Come on.
Yeah, natural. Why not? He's got money, doesn't he, to eat? And he's got professional trainers that will tell him how to get there. They don't want to share the secret with you because if they were to tell you the secret how to build muscle, then the word would be out. They don't want everybody to know that the secret to building muscle is eccentric overload. Nobody wants you to know that.
On.
Physical transformation was nothing short of intense, and it demanded hard work.
Yeah, it's intense. He has a very he's looking like me right now. I'm pretty jacked right now. He's looking like me. He's looking very dense. His muscle looks very dense. So I'm pretty sure he was doing a lot of eccentric exercise overload. That's how you get there the quickest. The quickest in getting like myofibrillar growth. Okay, myofibrillar growth is eccentric exercise. That's the quickest. Eccentric overload, okay? Eccentric overload. When you overload the eccentric. You can do eccentrics and still get there. Like a lot of eccentrics and not particularly overloading it. That would take you a lot longer. But if you overload it, you'll get there a lot quicker, very fast. Very rapidly fast. And eating and a bunch of stuff, whatever, you'll get there quickly and you'll be very dense. But now if you do sarcoplasmic, if you add some carbohydrates, get more to expand the sarcoplasm as well, that will get you there even faster. Get it? Even faster. Because the sarcoplasm will definitely expand. So are you telling me that Hollywood doesn't know the difference between eccentric and concentric training? They know that concentric is pump training, right? That's nervous system strength. And they know eccentric is what? Is associated with what? Muscle growth. Eccentric is associated with muscle growth. That's what it does. It grows muscles. Now, if you want to expand the sarcoplasm at the same time and grow myofibrillar growth, can you do that with eccentric exercise? Of course, because it's versatile. It's superior to concentric in every way, in getting more strength, in lifting heavier weight, and getting the sarcoplasm to expand and getting more myofibrillar growth. So there you go. So you're telling me that these trainers don't know it? I have a training certificate, an international certificate, okay? I don't train people. I don't want to. I have a certificate. I can train. But guess what? Even I fucking know all these things. But these fucking people, you're telling me they don't know that? Greg does not promote eccentric exercise. Ask yourself that question. Why doesn't he? Why doesn't he explain to you what really builds muscle? Because he doesn't want you to know. You wouldn't buy his GO2 Max or his Turkesterone. You wouldn't buy his fucking cookbook because you wouldn't need it, or his training books. You wouldn't need his anabolic fake cookbook or his fake training books or his GO2 Max or any of these powders. You wouldn't even need to watch his videos. You'd probably just watch them for entertainment, for the Natty and not bullshit stuff. Get it? If he was to tell you what built muscle, you wouldn't need him anymore. Get it? Yeah, man.
Dedication and discipline. I couldn't have done it without these two guys by my side.
Yeah, I'm going to go there. He couldn't have done it without steroids. He's going to say, without these two.
Why couldn't he have done it without steroids, Greg? Why couldn't he? The question is this: why does Greg keep pushing that he couldn't have done it without steroids? Why can't you do it without steroids? Because they'll have you doing what? Concentric exercise. And concentric exercise is associated with what? Nothing. It's not associated with building any muscle. Okay, which exercise is associated with building muscle? Eccentric. So eccentric overload. How many people do you know that go to gyms and just exclusively do eccentric exercise? No one. No one. They're all ass cheek, squeezing their ass cheeks in the gym. They're pumping their ass cheeks, squeezing them together, squeezing them in, squeezing their muscles. Squeezing muscles, they don't grow muscles. Squeezing a muscle doesn't grow a muscle.
My side. Discipline, dedication, hard work. Let me guess. Eating 6 meals a day, force feeding and so on to get in enough calories from healthy food. Is that what you're going to say?
But he didn't mention, see, is that what you're going to say? Was it the meals, this? Oh, but he didn't want to say what? Is it the eccentric exercise? Is that what you were doing as opposed to concentric to build that muscle? He didn't want to say that part, did he? He didn't want to say what his regime was, his exercise regime was.
My nutritionist, and David Kingsbury, my trainer, and we're going to show you some of the steps that we went through to create that Kraven physicality.
Step 1, buy testosterone. Step 2, buy growth hormones. Step 3.
Why do you here's the thing. The question is this: why do you need testosterone, growth hormone, all these things? Why do you need them, really? Ask yourself that question, because you failed, because everybody had you doing concentric exercises. That's not associated with muscle growth or really super strength.
Get some peptides. Step 4, lie about it. And step 5.
Of course, if Greg can convince you that you can never build a muscle lifting and that you need to rely on all these things, then his job is done. You understand me? He has accomplished his mission. He has convinced you that you will never build a muscle, get it? And that you will completely fail without drugs and without the dependency of Greg Doucette and the fitness industry. Being dependent on the fitness industry, these goofs.
Say the same thing that every transformation from anyone in Hollywood ever continues to spew time after time.
Aaron's like, I want to do this Kraven movie, and I want to gain 40 pounds of muscle, and I want to do it naturally.
Listen, a lot of people want to do a lot of things. Mike Kaisertel wants to get a pro card. It ain't happening. He wants to gain 40 pounds of muscle natural. It's not happening. And so take your pick, both next to impossible.
Why is it impossible, and why can't you do it? I did it. I've done it. I did it. I've done it. I'm doing it now again in my old age. Why is it not possible? It is possible. It is possible, but according to Greg, it's not possible. But I want to know why Greg says it's not possible, even though science tells you it's possible. All the explanations are there. And you can even test it for yourself. It's possible because you've gone to the gym and you know when you do eccentric overload, you'll build muscle. So, but according to Greg, who has a kinesiology degree, he's a professional bodybuilder, IFBB pro, and all this fucking crap, bro. But guess what? He doesn't know that eccentric exercise is what builds super strength and muscles. It gives you more sarcomere number and muscle fibers. It gives you more myofibrillar growth and everything. He doesn't know that? What the fuck?
Getting struck by lightning 3 times in a row.
And we have 6 months.
And I'm like, that's not possible.
And so the coach says, bro.
How many months did he have? I don't know, 3-4 months? I'm almost going into the 3rd month now. And I've been only working out once a week. I work out once a week and then I eat to grow my muscles. And I'm progressively overloading them eccentrically. I started off a bit slow in the beginning. I went slow, but now I'm going like all out. So I'm getting much more denser. So it'll be probably, let me see, I did from the middle of November, went through December, missed an extra week because there was Christmas holiday. I'm in January. I'm not even at the end of January yet. Holy fuck, it's not even 3 months yet. Completely. Wow, that's incredible. 2 months. So I still have another month even if I was to go 3 months. I'd be fucking massive, bro. I'm already so fucking big already. Holy shit. I just feel fucking massive. So I can only imagine another month. So can you do it in 3 months, working out once a week, doing progressive overload? Of course you can. And the fact that he has money to eat the best food and as much food as he wants, and he has time, he's not working, he's just working out, right? Well, there you go. Yeah.
I don't know which guys you've been following on social media. Probably not Coach Greg. But
Yes, definitely not Coach Greg. Why the fuck would I follow a scammer like Coach Greg? He literally got caught for selling steroids to people, remember? He went crazy, wanted to make a lot of money, sold steroids to people. Then he told the people that were selling it to put fake stuff in there and sell it to them. Fake. He wanted to sell fake steroids to people, get it? Yeah. So think about what an asshole he is. He's an asshole.
40 pounds of muscle natural.
It would be different if he scammed the people and they sent him the money. He just took it. He never sent them anything. But to send them fake shit that could be poisonous and they squirting it in their body, thinking that it would give them gains and stuff, that is a real absolute asshole. See what I mean?
In 6 months, it's not possible. And so what do you think they then bring out? They bring out the steroids.
Yeah, according to a fucking junkie like Greg Doucette, a drug addict, of course, they have to bring out the steroids right away because, you know, he was brought up on steroids his entire life. He doesn't even know what real bodybuilding is. Oh, I forgot. He has a kinesiology degree, right? Fucking Greg Doucette is a fucking genius. Yes, yes. He's a trainer. He trained people. He judged people, the IFBB Pro and all that. He judges fucking fake bodybuilding competition, drug addicts. He judges drug addicts on stage. Drug addicts, bro. He's a drug addict himself. He fucking judges drug addicts, bro. This is just insane, man. This little man is insane. This little man with this fucking Napoleon complex. Christ.
Does anyone think that it's magically going to happen because he ate a specific diet?
No. See that? And then, he's trying to convince you. You think it's magic because he ate a specific diet? Well, no. It was part of the training and what he's eating, and he's got free time to grow. But guess what? Of course, it's just the food. According to Greg, he'll convince you that, yeah, it's just food, and that's impossible because it can't be food, right? So take this Turkesterone or GO2 Max.
Your T-plug, and I'm telling you, Turkesterone and GO2 Max going to increase your gains.
See? Those things are going to increase your gains. Let me ask you this question. How does Turkesterone and GO2 Max increase your gains? How does it build a muscle? Like, how does it build it? How does it build a sarcomere? How does it do that exactly? Like, how can it build these muscles? You just eat a pill like Jack and the Beanstalk and it just fucking grows muscles like magically? Like, it just appears? I know, you're going to go to the gym, you're going to lift weights. So because you're lifting weights, it just magically creates it? What? It wasn't creating it before with your weightlifting, right? What would make it create now because you took a GO2 Max or a Turkesterone, right? What would it do? Why would it do that now? Even people that take steroids, they go, their routine sucked, right? Their lifting sucked because they did concentric lifting, which doesn't build muscle. And then all of a sudden they took steroids and then they blew up and they got big and everything, right? And they're using the same routine. They use the exact same routine, the exact same lifts, and they get zero results, right? But you in the gym, right? You're doing it naturally, doing the exact same routine, exact same lifts, but you're not getting any gains. It's zero. But all of a sudden you took creatine and you gained 5 pounds of what? Water? You took some steroids and all of a sudden your muscles blew up like a balloon. You took some Turkesterone, maybe GO2 Max. I don't know. Does it work? Maybe it gives you some water. Who the fuck knows? But that isn't muscle if you're building water inside your muscle, pumping water in there. Get it?
For certain. And if they don't, it's a money back guarantee and a $20 gift card. And listen, the other supplement companies, they've been outed. They've been lying to you. The Turk spiking that's been going on.
Of course, they've been lying to us. Yes, all our entire lives they've been lying to us, to the fitness industry. Man, I've been around since the 70s and then the 80s when they started coming out with these supplements, GNC and all these companies or whatever. Did they ever build a muscle? Is that their job? They build muscles? How do they build muscles?
on the fact they're lying about the actual plant that they're selling you.
Even though
As
they're
far as I know, science says that muscle has to be damaged in order for something to build. That is the triggering, that triggers growth. The damage in the muscle is what triggers growth. Without that trigger, there's no growth. There's zero growth. See what I mean? Without that damage, that muscle micro damage, there is no growth.
there are some in there, it's at such a low level, we don't even know what plant are in these products at this point because it's not matching either of the
Because it's all fake. And Greg Doucette is a fake.
major compounds that you can detect.
But Coach Greg, he got the authentic Turk from Uzbekistan.
So, you know what? Who cares what he has? Authentic Turk or whatever. It doesn't build muscle. It's really simple. It doesn't build muscle.
And I ain't no snake oil sales.
Even steroids, when scientists tell you that steroids do not build muscles, they mean it. Steroids do not build muscle. Because if that was true, then your routine would have built you the muscle that you did in the beginning. Why it wasn't working? Why did you take steroids? You took steroids because your lifting routine was the wrong routine to build muscle. You thought that routine built muscle, and then you continued in that behavior and you took steroids. What did you build? Oh, you think that somehow steroids have magic powers to build muscles? You have to be fucking insane, man. You have to be mentally sick in the head to believe that.
But the rest of the gang, what do you think they're doing? And so I can't wait for the list of apologies for all the thousands, perhaps millions of people saying I was selling snake oil.
But let's give it a go.
If he hired Coach Greg to get him to add 40 pounds of muscle in 6 months, I would have said, well, that's not possible. But let's try to get 10, maybe even 20, halfway there, maybe.
But why, according to Greg, it's maybe 10 or 5 or whatever? Why? But why is that? Because he wants to convince you that that's the best you could do, so that you can rely on Greg for your drugs called Turkestron and GO2 Max and his stupid videos, so that you rely on him, and then the stupid fitness industry by faking it.
We're going to use Turkesterone. We're going to use GO2 Max. We're going to use my cookbook. We're going to see just how good you can.
See, you're going to use his cookbook, his fake cookbook. You're going to use slave food to build your body, and you're going to use his fake exercise plan, which muscles, they don't build through exercise. They build through damage. And you're going to take his GO2 Max doing what? Exercise? Eating a slave food diet and using his stupid workout book, the Circle Diet, or whatever the fuck he's got there, some shit. You people are crazy.
Get 40 pounds though.
He's got you like wrapped around his finger like a rat, like a mouse, going through a maze. He has you running through a maze, man. You understand me? All of you are like a fucking rats on a wheel. You know that little wheel that they run on just around in a circle? That's what he has, all of you.
It's not happening.
Look at this piece of shit. Look at that face, bro. What a piece of shit.
Even with steroids, very unlikely to occur.
Everything was sugar-free.
Yes, even with steroids, very unlikely to happen. You need Turkestron GO2 Max because the steroids don't even work anymore. Get it? According to Greg. You need his book, his shit book, his cookbook, his shit training book, and his stupid powders and shit, pills.
Sugar-free doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
I'm telling you right now, just because you go on a sugar-free diet, it's not going to help you to build magically more muscle. Listen.
What? If you just go on a sugar-free diet, help you build more muscle, how would that happen? That doesn't build more muscle.
There's sugar in vegetables, there's sugars in fruit. Do you really think that you shouldn't eat any fruit?
Yeah, what about them? Those are all engineered. They're extremely high in fructose. They damage mitochondria. They prevent the growth of muscles. That's what I discovered later. Had to go back and I'm not really a nutritionist kind of person, whatever, like, learning about these foods, what they do. But now I know what they all do. They're bad for you. That's it.
And vegetables on your diet because there's sugar? What are you all going to listen to Eddie Abu and think that?
Anyways, nutritionists are fake, and Eddie Abu is a lot smarter than Greg Scam Doucette. I should call him Scam Maxing. I'm gonna call this Scam Maxing slave, man. Yeah.
He could help people gain 40 pounds of muscle in 6 months because he's on a sugar-free diet?
With
sugar, if
Greg Doucette is a scammer, man. Don't you guys know that? He scammed people with the steroids and everything. He was arrested in Canada. He's got a fucking criminal record and shit. I think he got a pardon already. I don't even know. He got away with a lot of shit. He got a pardon. The government let him go. Because it's lax. The law is laxed up in Canada. They let him go, man. And look how much he's milked off people by feeding them what they want to hear. Garbage. Failure. He just feeds people failure and they fail.
You need it is good for you.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think that elite level athletes, for example, guys in the Tour de France,
Sure.
people running marathons, or even Coach Greg on a Zwift bike, you don't think we can benefit from sugar to give us calories, energy, to put out more watts?
Even they don't know what they're doing, those cyclists. That's why they take steroids. Because they don't really understand training. Nobody ever really explained it to them. Like I explained it on my channel to you guys. I'm a real bodybuilder. I'm not a fake bodybuilder. I never faked it. I did it real. That's how I know so well about it. That's how I'm so good at it. I'm so good at real bodybuilding because I never faked it, bro. Get it? That's why I have all the answers. I know everything about it, inside and out. I'm a master.
More power. And so sugar from all sources is not the enemy. I would hate to see parents telling their kids, be careful of all the sugar in those strawberries and those apples.
Yeah.
Heavens forbid you had a kiwi.
Yes.
Remember, even Jeff Nippert eats kiwis. There's nothing wrong with eating a kiwi.
We were doing like
Yes, there is. Kiwis are extremely high in oxalates. Fuck. Kiwis can kill you, man. They're so high in oxalates. They're so bad. Christ. Yes, there's something wrong with it.
bone broth and these gelatin gummies.
Apparently, it's
Bone broth's amazing. Gelatin gummies. Fuck, bone broth's amazing. So he's eating real muscle building food.
in the gelatin. Does anyone want to believe that?
And gelatin marshmallows.
No, that's what he's using to repair his body after he damaged it to build more muscle.
And we added carbs and just unprocessed good food.
It's because it's unprocessed.
Okay, complex carbohydrates. I don't know what else he's got there. He's better off with like the bone broth and meat and shit and all that. Maybe a complex carb. I wouldn't go with that's the one he's eating there, the sweet potato. I'll go with just regular potato.
And good food. And heavens forbid it was processed, it automatically makes it bad. Does anyone think that if heavens forbid you had the false advertisement Kaiko bar that Mike Isertel...
Yeah. You think that these Kaiko bars build muscles? Like seriously, you think that this garbage he's selling you, it's going to build a muscle? If you eat it and you go to the gym, it's going to magically build a muscle. How about those pills, the GO2 Max and the whatever, the testosterone bullshit, whatever? So you take these little pills. Do you think a little pill builds a muscle? This little powder, this little tiny pill?
He just loved in his mouth but hated the advertising.
Sure.
Does anyone think that's going to hinder your ability to build muscle?
Thank you, Greg.
An extra snack, high in protein, low in calories. Would that not help you to get shredded, help you to add muscle?
And how can we do it and keep you functional?
And so the monumental task was these nutritionists convincing Bro, the unknowledgeable actor, that he has to have an extravagant diet of things he's never heard of, made of gelatin and so on, and that
No, the gelatin stuff, it's I don't know, that's made from fucking, what is it, beef tallow or some shit, or beef or whatever. Yeah, it's just collagen.
that is the secret to putting on 40 pounds of muscle.
Look at that raw meat, man, tartare and everything. This is amazing food here, the meat, the beef. Yeah.
In 6 months. And so does it?
No, that's not what puts on the muscle. That food is what repairs and remodels the muscle after he damaged it. Get it? Doing eccentric workouts.
Anyone actually think that eating this special diet, you've seen the list of foods that they're eating?
Oh, I don't know. Food, if you do concentric exercise, if you eat that food, will you build muscle? Of course not, because concentric doesn't build muscles. Now, if you do eccentric work, enough of it, overloading it, right? Do enough of it. Will you build muscles eating that food? Absolutely, of course, because that's what builds muscles, eccentric. Concentric does not build muscles.
Does anyone know how to cook this bullshit? That if you eat all natural, unprocessed foods from elk hearts and so on, what's next? Just eat liver? Are we going to believe the liver can't?
Yeah, if your muscles are damaged and you eat liver, yeah. It'll build muscle, yeah. But if it isn't damaged, Greg, you piece of shit, then it won't build now, will it, if it's not damaged? So you promote exercises that are not damaging. And if they're not damaging, guess what? You're not building. Greg's fitness book promotes concentric exercises that are not damaging. He promotes exercises that do not build muscles. Eccentric builds muscles, but he does not promote eccentric exercise which actually build muscles. He also does not promote food that builds muscles as well. He has a cookbook. He calls it Anabolic Cookbook, but in his book, it's all like mush. It's slave food diet. Slave food doesn't promote muscle growth. See what I mean? Protein does. Even science tells you that protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar when it gets damaged. See what I mean? So they're telling you to be in a positive nitrogen balance. But if you eat bread and his anabolic toast and cupcakes and weird foods and everything is garbage food, processed foods and shit and everything, well, they make you the opposite of being in a positive nitrogen balance. They put you in a negative nitrogen balance. So how could you be anabolic and also not doing a routine of building muscle? Everything that his program does the opposite. His program does the opposite of building muscle. His food does the opposite of building muscle. It increases estrogen. See what I mean? You understand me? Plus, he sells you these pills and tablets, so in your mind, you think you're building muscle, but meanwhile, you're just he's hoping that it would put water in your muscle, and the most you'll ever get is what? Like creatine, 5 pounds, right? What does creatine give you? 5 pounds. It never gives you more than 5 pounds of water. Why? Because that's all it can do. See what I mean? It just fills up your muscles with some water, 5 pounds. And you're like, well, at least I have something to show I'm pumped up. But in fact, you never built any muscle. Because it's doing its job, not to build muscle. See what I mean? All these things are doing their job to prevent you from building muscle.
I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch the stuff.
We have this monumental task of eating this much food, and how can we do it and keep you functional?
When your goal is to put on muscle, the hardest thing isn't to eat enough calories, this much.
Yeah, the hardest thing is to do eccentric overload training and then eat the proper food, muscle building food, not not toast and shit and bread, food that prevents muscle growth.
Food. The part's easy. I don't know why they brainwash you into thinking that you have to go on this crazy bulk that...
He's not bulking. He's eating natural food. Did you guys see the meat that he's eating there? He's eating these collagen squares. You know that? Gelatin squares and things and everything. I didn't see any. I saw muscle building food there. A lot of it that he had was muscle building food. Greg's going to convince you that it's what?
How are we going to eat all this food? If you're just not hungry enough and you're perhaps doing 20 hours of cardio a week, you're an ectomorph, you're at 5...
Why would you be doing cardio? You mean treadmilling on a mill? Why would you be treadmilling on a mill? You treadmilling for what? Milling what? Wheat? Come on, you slave?
Percent body fat, you're not hungry enough. You can, of course, get hungrier than last time. It's literally made to...
Of course, you can buy these fake supplements and look at the pictures of the guys that are on there. They're all cosmetic-y. They're all on steroids and drugs. Get it? And then they make you feel less of yourself because you're not progressing because you're using the wrong technique to build muscle. You're using concentric lifting because, of course, you have to get a stronger, right? But you got a stronger nervous system, but you never got a bigger...
Increase your appetite. Some people, they want that. Some people need that. Maybe 5% of people. Bros talking about how they have a monument.
Of course, because, you guys are all smarter than me out there. That's why you know better than me, right? See, I'm so stupid. Master T's dumb. You want to know why I'm so dumb? I'm so dumb that I never buy his programs. I never watch Greg Doucette. I don't buy his programs. I don't buy his Turkestron. I don't buy any of these things. I don't buy powders. I don't buy cookbooks. I don't buy circle diets or training programs from anybody. You want to know why? Because I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. That's the reason why I don't give them my money, because I'm so dumb. See what I mean? I'm so dumb that I don't listen to anybody on the internet because I'm dumb. I'm a dumb person. And, the dumber I am, the less I listen to these fucking people. Get it? Because I'm stupid. And the smart people, they gave all their money to them. The smart people, they gave their money. They bought the Circle Diet. They bought Greg Doucette's fucking Turkesterone, his GO2 Max, and everything. He bought everything. They bought everything. And guess what? None of it worked. I wonder why. Why didn't it work? Me, I'm too stupid to buy that stuff because I'm dumb. Get it? But all you smart assholes out there, you all bought his shit. Get it? You buy him. You subscribe to his channel. All you people, because you're so smart. Me, I never subscribed to Greg Doucette. I don't watch his videos. Want to know why I don't watch him or subscribe to him or give him a thumbs up? Because I'm stupid. Get it? But all of you are smart. You're smarter than me. Yeah, you're smart. You went to school. You have a degree. You're in college. Fuck, you're probably doing really good in high school. Got A+. You're A+ students, right? Going to the gym and everything. You guys are the smart people. Get it? Me, I'm stupid. I don't know anything, right? You know what I mean? I'm the dumb guy, with the shitty channel, with the using the cell phone, talking. I'm doing these like slave videos. I'm stupid. All of you are smart. You're smarter than me. Yeah.
Task of how to eat enough food. Does anyone think that you have to force down all of these calories? That's the only way to get huge and shredded, single-digit body?
Huge and shredded? Down calories? He wasn't eating calories. It looked like a more of an animal high nutrient diet. That's what it was. Get you shredded and get you huge at the same time.
Fat for movie while putting on 40 pounds of muscle. No one, I repeat, no one in 2024.
See, no one. Because you want to know why? See, me. I'm dumb. That's why I don't believe anything he says. But you all believe what he says because you're all smart. You're all intelligent. Get it? Yeah. Natty or nuts.
Actually believes this.
When you eat as much as I was eating,
All you guys are a bunch of naughty or not natty or nots.
important to take naps, get great rest and sleep as well.
And so
Yeah, he wasn't working. He wasn't working for 3 months. He had 3 months to put on this muscle. Now, not all of it's going to be 100% myofibrillar growth. There's going to be room there for sarcoplasmic growth, of course. And I'm pretty sure his trainer had him on a strict regime of eccentric exercise.
because he had to eat so much, he just had to take naps and rest all the time.
Yeah.
If you can't get a good night's sleep,
I'm not joking. You can put on 40 pounds of muscle in 3 months. You're working out once a week, providing you do progressive overload. And you eat a lot. You'll be in a positive nitrogen balance if you have money to eat. If you don't have money to eat proper muscle building food, then I don't know, get a job or something, make some money, whatever, get donations.
sell that as well. Delta Sleep.
Delta sleep? Oh, see, he's got a pill for that. You can't even naturally sleep anymore. Here's the thing with Greg Doucette. You cannot naturally sleep. You cannot have naturally a high testosterone without his pills. You cannot build muscle naturally even. It's impossible to build muscle naturally. You have to take drugs. You have to take these pills. And you can't just go into a gym and lift weights. You have to use his program, and you have to eat specific food called bread and cupcakes and stuff, which are inside his estrogenic cookbook.
Listen, HLT, I got you covered. The T-Plug, he's not only got Turkesterone and GO2 Max, he's got it all.
Of course he does.
One-stop shop at HLT Supplements.
After 3
So that's what he did. He shopped at Greg Doucette's thing, and that's what put on the 40 pounds of fake muscle.
months, yes, I had muscle mass, but no definition.
Yep, he had the muscle mass.
He had muscle mass, but no definition. I don't know. A lot of it probably was sarcoplasmic because they don't have time.
Thought it would take years, but apparently he did it in 3 months. I mean, Hussein Farhad, he put on...
Why does it take years to put on muscle? The question is this. I don't know about this Farhad guy he keeps showing here. I don't give a shit about him. Maybe he really he's faking it. I can't tell. I don't know what he's doing there. But why does that guy have to do it? They have money, Hollywood. They have the best trainers and money. They can do whatever they want.
About 40 pounds of muscle. It took him 3 years.
Took him 3 years to put on 40 pounds of muscle, and it's probably not even muscle. It's probably like sarcoplasmic, most likely on steroids, because he's a failure too, like the rest. His same exercises failed. They failed, so he took drugs.
On in a million genetics. Bro put it on in 3 months. But he had to now get shredded. And so the bulk, it worked. He put on all this muscle, but now Now he had to get shredded.
So now I'm about 3 months away from making this movie. You start to panic a little bit.
And so he pressed the panic button. Did they call Coach Greg in his cookbook? Get him on a diet, calorie deficit?
Okay.
More cardio? Nope. What did they do next?
So we brought David on.
From my perspective, it's the perfect starting point.
And remember, it's approximately 10 times easier to lose body fat than it is to put on muscle. And so the hard work, it was already done.
Is it harder to drop this fat and then put on muscle? No. It's equally just the same. Whether you're dropping body fat or putting on muscle, it takes work, but it can come on quite quickly. You can lose body fat quite quickly. You can gain real muscle quite quickly too, providing you're using the right technique. If you're using the wrong technique, what would you expect? Of course, you're not going to put on any muscle.
In those 3 months, the hard work was done. Now, the easy part.
That's why bodybuilding is not a performing sport. It's not a sport. It's not based on performance or endurance. Real bodybuilding is not a sport because it compromises sportive performance, eccentric exercise. Now, if you're using concentric, now that's for sports. Get it? That's endurance. That's performing. You're performing. You're not getting damaged anymore. If you're not getting damaged, it's not compromising your performance. Get it? So real bodybuilding builds real muscle, but fake bodybuilding, well, doesn't build real muscle. Can give you some sarcoplasmic and shit, and give you some strength, lift heavy weight, but that's bullshit.
Losing the weight in 12 weeks.
Building quality muscle takes months and years. Dropping body fat takes
Months and years? It doesn't take years. It can take a few months.
weeks.
And so he got the hard part out of the way. Anyone think he did that while being natural?
Yeah, I believe he did it natural. He didn't need to take drugs. He didn't need to take the drugs because he's got money, he's got enough to eat, and he's got good trainers. They told him exactly what you need to do. They're not stupid. They know the science behind what builds muscles. Eccentric exercise.
It takes months or years. He did it in 3 months. Not just a couple pounds of muscle, not 5 or 10, 40. Guys, you can't make this shit up.
We had
No, man, he's lying to you. He's lying to you.
to work pretty hard for those first couple of months to get you to that position where body fat levels are nice and low. So on screen, you have that definition, you have that look.
And so they worked pretty hard for a couple of months to get him shredded, single-digit body fat, incredible physique. I'm not knocking the physique. I'm knocking the lies of how he got to that physique.
What lies? How do you know they're lying? Can you prove that they lied how they got there with that physique? They still didn't mention what particular training methods they used to get there. See what I mean?
We would weight train 4 or 5 times a week. We'd do an upper body, lower body split.
Oh, upper body, lower body split. That's what I do. I don't know about 4 or 5 times a week. Maybe he could be lying because he doesn't want to let you know. I'm pretty sure it was 1 time a week.
I mean, imagine the dedication of this man. He had to go in the gym about 4 days a week and do an upper-lower body split. No wonder he put on so much muscle. Y'all think it's genetics. Y'all just aren't willing.
I don't think it was 4 days a week, man, but whatever. He did an upper lower body split because when he said that to me, you're not going to do upper lower body split 4 days a week. That's too much. You'll do it once a week, and then he's going to give it time to rebuild, to build. You need time to build, and he has food and time to build and sleep.
To work hard enough.
So I think his trainer is just throwing off people and making them believe that, well, you know, it's 4 times a week, whatever. The moment he said split, that said it all to me. When he said upper lower body split, that already told me it's eccentric exercise. You can only do it once a week. You can't do it coming in 4 times a week. Because if he did his split routine, he'd have been sore, really, really in pain for the next couple days working out. He would know he couldn't come in right away until the following week. You're going to be hurting for the first 4 days. Is going to be like astronomically hurting.
He went to the gym 4 freaking times a week for 3 straight months.
Oh my God! Wow!
But remember, it wasn't the 4 or 5 day a week workouts. It was the agony of having to take naps and get a lot of sleep. Well,
Hey, that's because he only worked out once a week. And then he had to sleep the rest of the week and eat a lot to grow his muscle again, come back and then break it down again all over again.
having to eat all that fancy food, y'all just don't want it bad enough. If you guys could do the same workout as this guy, all you probably gain even more. 40, that's on the low end. Perhaps he had average genetics. If you had a guy like Hussein Farhad, if he hired these coaches, he most certainly would already be an IFBB.
Some fake Surhad guy. Surhad? Who the fuck knows who this guy is? This video is going way too long already.
Bro, assuming, of course, he would get the proper 10.
Yeah, okay.
There were times where Kraven's in his best and my arms are on show.
And it's known as CGI.
He doesn't look that big to me, man. I don't know what weight he started at to get 40 pounds. Maybe he was 180 and then he went to like 220. That's not a lot. You know what I mean? He looks like he's about 220.
You can literally take a photo of somebody and doctor it, make it look bigger. You ever seen Thor? Remember when Thor was chained up and the clothes came off of him? Remember how jacked he was, looking like a Mr. Olympia competitor? Does anyone think that Thor actually looked like that? Yeah, he looks great, but he looks extra great with CGI.
It's Hollywood, man. Jesus Christ. What's the matter with Greg?
It's 2024. They literally
Bro, you gotta be delusional. It's fucking Hollywood.
have AI generating anything. They can make somebody look like Coach Greg, talk like Coach Greg, but it's not Coach Greg. I can't take it anymore.
We use a little bit of a trick, which is pumping up before scenes.
And so do y'all really think that all he had to do was
Yeah, he got pumped up for some scenes. I mean, fucking, he ate some carbohydrates and then pumped up again. That's what people do in the gym. They walk around with swollen muscles pumped up.
do a couple of sets of bicep curls and some lateral raises, and he looked so jacked on stage that it was 100% natural. 40 extra pounds of muscle.
Yeah, he doesn't look big. 40 pounds of muscle, but at what stage did he start? 180? So he got to 220? That's not a lot. I mean, that's not bad, but that's not like a horrendous amount. It's not like he went from 200 to 240.
While pumping up his arms and shoulders before doing his scenes, that was the answer. Or
See, he looks like he's around 215, 220, something like that, his body weight. Yeah, he doesn't look that big.
could have been steroids and CGI.
Abs are like a muscle like anything else. The only way you can show
It had to be, see guys, it had to be steroids and CGI. Why? Because none of you can build muscle. According to Greg Doucette, nothing that you do in the gym will build you muscle. See what I mean? Unless you buy his training program and his cookbook and his GO2 Max and Turkestron. That will build you muscle.
them is by reducing body fat.
Do they not know that you can get a six-pack such as this
See? You can get a six-pack such as this. How?
without dropping body fat? This
See? You see, he can't even get a six-pack. See that? The trainer can't help him get a six-pack or get him 40 pounds of whatever muscle going from 180 to 220. Of course not. It's impossible. Or this food he's eating. Only Greg can. His Turkestron, his anabolic fake book, and his circle diet, whatever, and training program. They will get you there. Get it? But the trainers is all fake, guys. You understand me? It's steroids. It's CGI. The meal plans, they don't work. And the training programs, they don't work. But his books work. Greg Doucette's book works. Get it? His GO2 Max, everything, and his fucking training programs, they work. But the other people, they don't work to build muscles. They don't build.
man, he has the same problem as Mike Isertel, except he knows how to manipulate his water. He takes a certain water pill, and he probably loses 20 pounds of water in order to have the shirtless scene where he shows off his abs. The trick is you have to manipulate your water in such a certain way that you look this shredded.
And I'm being sarcastic.
We would have a certain amount of ab training in, a couple of sets, a couple of times a week.
We usually just hit it at the end of like a leg set.
That's it. You do, some cable crunches.
And you guys, you think you want it bad enough. This guy, this man, this specimen, he's practically inhuman. I'm not sure, perhaps David Goggin could train as hard as he did.
There was the addition of some of the movements and things that would replicate some of the stunt things you were doing as well.
I was doing a lot of parkour movements.
Now remember, he didn't just do the 4 or 5 day a week workouts. It wasn't
Did some parkour movements, man. That's cool. I like the shit that he was doing.
just the upper lower body split. He ran a lot on all fours, kind of like a tiger. So that mimic all his movements. You can imagine the oblique, the core development, and that is what gave him this physique, not steroids. Guys, of
course not.
Think these guys, actors, would actually resort to using performance-enhancing drugs?
Quadruped movement, meaning I can run on my hands and feet.
Running on his hands and feet. How many of you guys are willing to do that?
He barely ran on his hands and feet. He went through a thing in the snow there for a couple of scenes, man. Come on. Climbing that wall thing, he had a fucking rope on.
You're all up in the gym doing cardio on the treadmill, walking on the treadmill, the elliptical, perhaps bike riding. Get on all fours and run like a dog. So perhaps that's why Mike Israetel is so angry.
Man, it'd be cool to like fight a dog with just your hand.
They have it made. They're always running on all fours, and that's why dogs are more shredded than Mike Israetel.
I put my whole heart and trust into these two guys, and honestly, I couldn't have done it without you both.
And so he put his whole heart and trust into these two guys. I think Mike Israetel needs to do the same. Clearly, they have the answers. 40 pounds of muscle in 6 months while being natural, and so that would cure everything. Mike Israetel could get off the performance-enhancing drugs, listen to these two, and get a perhaps cut down to light heavyweight with the weight cap being 198 pounds, and finally win his IFBB Pro card. Now remember, that's assuming he gets a proper tan.
It was transformative, and it worked, and it was crazy.
How could you not follow this plan? It works and it's crazy. It's crazy not to copy his workout. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the album, please like.
See? It's crazy not to follow his work program. It's all fake. It's all fake. Only Greg's is real. Only Greg's plan is real. Everybody else on the internet are fake natties, drug addicts like him and whatever, even Hollywood, everybody. They can't do it real. Only Greg's stuff is real. It's unfortunate. Well, like, subscribe, support the channel. Share the video if you like it, man. But I know you won't. You won't subscribe to my channel because I promote real. I don't fake it. I don't sell fake programs. I don't sell fake cookbooks. I never sell people on eating fake food or anything like that. I know you want to do it because you like things that are unnatural. See what I mean? You like to fail. All of you want to fail. That's why you don't like my channel, because you're all smarter than me. You're smart. You're so smart. You're so smart. Get it? Why do you want to do it real like me and then you actually win? That would be the opposite of what you're trying to achieve. You want to fail, so then you can go and complain about it to everybody. Get it? Go to these channels and listen to Greg Doucette and complain about fake natties being fake and got to take steroids to do this, got to take GO2 max and yada yada yada. Why come to my channel? Why bother me, man? Get it? See what I mean? I'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Greg Doucette, he's smarter than me. I'm stupid because here's the thing. Really, I am stupid in a way because I told you that before, because I'm actually giving it away for free. That's the stupidest part. But it's not something that anybody would buy anyways. See what I mean? Even if I were to give it, because something real just doesn't work with these people in the industry because they've all been conditioned to fail. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends. You've been conditioned to fail, and you will fail.